35 years on top of the video game industry, and this year Square Enix put out Stranger of Paradise. Square Enix, Mount Masquerus is no stranger to rough reviews, so if you got the nerve, bring it into the arena, the Lucha Review Arena, give me the hot tag, and let's bring this place down.
In celebration of 35 years of Final Fantasy classics, Square Enix retells the story of the original in Stranger of Paradise. Doing away with turn-based combat and the option to customize your own party, this gameplay employs an aggressive style comparable to Devil May Cry, and you assume the role of Jack while 2 of his 4 companions are with you throughout the entire game. His companions really don't do much for you, they just kind of run around and tell you to get up whenever you get your ass kicked.
It's over yet, Jack.
Then again, if you were as verbally abusive with your friends as Jack is with his, you wouldn't deserve any help either.
And we, Dark Elves.
Just tell us about the crystals. That's all I want to know.
As in the original, these would-be warriors of light embark on a quest to defeat the agents of chaos, and this time, Astos has a much larger role as he frequently involves himself in their efforts. These efforts now take a linear path, as the game is broken up into several missions rather than set in an open world that encourages exploration. Instead, Stranger of Paradise encourages you to explore its wide range of job classes, as Jack can take on any role from any Final Fantasy you can think of. The ending of this game's story is incredibly satisfying. If you see it, please enjoy it, but also take the game right back to GameStop immediately after. If you do not, and if you buy the Season Pass like I did, you'll be subjecting yourself to Bahamut difficulty, which will drive you to levels of depression you didn't think existed. My best guess is that the developers at Square Enix played Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection and made a bet amongst themselves that they can torture their loyal audience with a far more sadistic experience. Be prepared to do more grinding than you've done in about 20 years, because not only are the bosses incredibly overpowered, but 99% of the time, the gear drops throughout the missions are useless to you. Prolonged exposure to these difficulty levels can result in, but is not limited to, tension headaches, high blood pressure, broken controllers, holes in walls, loud obscenities in languages you didn't even know, a busted console, the desire to drive off a cliff, being short with loved ones, aggressive hair loss, hateful tweets to Square Enix employees who ultimately don't give a shit, and heart attack or stroke. Stranger of Paradise is a dream come true for fans of the original Final Fantasy, but for the completionists, it's an absolute nightmare. Your teams and your dreams will be crushed over and over again, but you'll keep playing because in the back of your mind, you know you've beaten this before and you know you can do so again. It will ruin any appreciation you have for the game, and it'll do it quickly, which is why Stranger of Paradise will have to settle for the middle of the card. It allows fans to enjoy the story in ways they never thought they would, but the full story is locked up tight by levels of difficulty that will drain your mind and soul. The more I think about it, the more I begin to wonder if Stranger of Paradise is a middle finger to all of us who complained about the Final Fantasy VII Remake taking half a fucking decade to finish. Maybe Stranger of Paradise was the reason why the remake of 7 took so long to finish. Either way, it's a middle finger to us players, which is why I'll be refraining from purchasing any Square Enix games for a while. Thanks for the hot tag, and I'll see you next time.